So you said that what we think of now is like basically the food based off the Great Migration from the South to like the cities. And I can understand that because like when I think of like something like macaroni and cheese, it seems like a almost like a mixture of like some Italian type thing. Am I wrong about that or?
No, you're absolutely right. So this is how macaroni and cheese gets so black. Basically, macaroni and cheese was a royalty dish in Europe going way, way back. So Queen Elizabeth I was grubbing, had her royal cooks make macaroni and cheese. It was different than what we think of today, but it's been around for a long time. So you've got these wealthy Southerners who go to Europe, because remember, white people in the early republic, they wanted to be like wealthy Europeans. And so they were often mimicking what they did. So they would go back and check out the scene and all that kind of stuff. So dudes like Thomas Jefferson and others get exposed to this dish called macaroni and cheese. It was called macaroni pudding back then. They bring it back to the US. They have their enslaved cooks make it. And then that's how it comes into the African American diet, because those cooks who had that knowledge would then make it for our special occasions. Because there's no corollary to macaroni and cheese in West African food. So that was something new. And then over time, it's something that we embraced, so much so that when I was interviewing people for my soul food book, they were convinced that Black people invented mac and cheese and white people stole it somehow. When that's not exactly the case, but that astonished me. I thought that was pretty funny.
I heard that
I,
they were shipping macaroni noodles in by the pounds from Europe.
Yep. Yeah, it was. Yeah, they had to import it because for whatever reason, first of all, they didn't have the technology. So there was a specific technology to make macaroni, and the Italians had it on lockdown. So when Thomas Jefferson brings a macaroni maker to the United States, he's actually smuggling it in. But then later, in the US, they could grow the wheat and they could make the macaroni. And for whatever reason, they just choose not to. They just choose to import it. But then when millions of Italians show up towards the end of the 19th century, all of a sudden you start seeing macaroni manufacturing skyrocket in the US. And so we cease to import it and we're just making it ourselves.